What if I told you that there's a language that is so close to English you might even understand it without having learned it? Yes, it's the intriguing Frisian language. Picture this, a language so intimately linked with English that it feels familiar, yet foreign. This, my friends, is the Frisian language, a linguistic gem nestled in the northern parts of the Netherlands and Germany. Now let's toy with this idea. What makes Frisian so close to English? You see, it's not just about the words that sound or look alike. It's more about the shared roots, the shared history, and the shared evolution. It's widely accepted that Frisian is the closest living language to English, but what does that mean exactly? Well, to put it simply, it means that these two languages have a common ancestor. They are, in a way, linguistic siblings. Having developed side by side for centuries, the similarities are astounding. To give you an idea, let's take a simple sentence. In English we say bread and cheese. In Frisian it's bread en cheese. Sounds quite similar, doesn't it? But it's not just about the similarities in words. Both English and Frisian belong to the West Germanic group of languages. They share the same grammatical structures, the same sentence formations, and even the same linguistic quirks. This is the result of a shared history that spans centuries. A time when the peoples of what are now England and Friesland were not so different from each other. They shared the same customs, the same beliefs, and you guessed it, the same language. Over time, these languages have evolved, changed, and adapted, but they have never lost their connection. They have remained siblings growing together and influencing each other in innumerable ways. Now, you're probably wondering, how did these two languages become so intertwined? Well, let's delve into the annals of history to find out. Our tale starts in the 5th century with the invasion of Britain by the Frisians, among other Germanic tribes. Picture this, the year is somewhere around 450, a time when the Roman Empire's influence was waning. The Frisians, a fierce and ambitious tribe from the region now known as the Netherlands, seized this moment of vulnerability to set sail across the North Sea and invade the British Isles. The Frisians, along with their Germanic brethren, the Angles and the Saxons, brought with them more than just their physical presence and a thirst for new territories. They brought their tongue, a unique dialect that would play a significant role in shaping the English language we know today. As the Frisians settled in Britain, their language began to intertwine with the Old English spoken by the native Britons. This linguistic intermingling formed a new Anglo-Frisian dialect, a bridge of sorts between the two languages. However, this was not a one-way street. The Frisian language also absorbed elements of Old English, resulting in a unique hybrid. This exchange was so profound that even today, English and Frisian share a remarkable similarity. They are like long-lost siblings, separated by the North Sea, yet bound by a common linguistic heritage. One might wonder, how did this small tribe have such a significant impact on the English language? Well, the Frisians were more than just invaders. They were settlers, traders, and farmers. They integrated into the fabric of British society, making their mark not just through conquest, but through everyday communication, trade, and social interactions. Over time, their language seeped into every corner of British life, influencing vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. In essence, the Frisians didn't just invade England and then disappear into the annals of history. They stayed, they thrived, and they left an indelible mark on the English language. Their influence is so profound that linguists often consider Frisian to be the closest living language to English. So, the Frisians didn't just invade England, they left a lasting imprint on the English language. Languages like creatures evolve, and the English language is no different. Imagine a world 1,000 years ago where English was vastly different from what we know today. This was the era of Old English, a language rich with complex grammar and a wide variety of sounds, some of which have vanished from the English we speak today. It was a language of the Anglo-Saxons, who themselves were closely related to the Frisians, a seafaring folk from what is now the Netherlands and Germany. As the centuries rolled on, Old English began to change, influenced by waves of invasions, cultural shifts, and the evolving needs of its speakers. This brought about the period of Middle English, a stage in the language's evolution known for Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. The language was simpler, more streamlined, but still distinct from the English we know today. Then came the Great Vowel Shift, a mysterious linguistic phenomenon that dramatically altered the pronunciation of English vowels. This marked the transition into modern English, the language we all speak and understand today. But while English was undergoing these dramatic transformations, another language was quietly preserving its old forms. Frisian, spoken by a small group of people in the Netherlands and Germany, has remained relatively unchanged for centuries. It has retained many of the sounds and grammar rules of Old English, making it a linguistic time capsule of sorts. If you were to hear Frisian spoken today, you might be struck by its uncanny resemblance to English. In fact, some linguists consider it the closest living language to English, a testament to its remarkable preservation of features from Old English. This doesn't mean Frisian hasn't changed at all. All languages do to some extent. But its evolution has been slow and conservative, allowing it to maintain a strong resemblance to the language spoken by the Anglo-Saxons a millennium ago. So, while English has transformed over the centuries, Frisian has remained a living relic of the past. Today, despite the passage of time, the impact of Frisian on the English language is still evident. Frisian and English, although separated by centuries of evolution and cultural shifts, still share a surprising number of similarities. To illustrate this, let's dive into a few examples that highlight these linguistic ties. Take, for instance, the word bread. In Frisian, it's breia. Cheese in English is cheese in Frisian. Night becomes nacht, and green transforms into grien. Notice something? Yes, they sound strikingly similar, don't they? This is not a coincidence. These similarities act as linguistic breadcrumbs, leading us back through the annals of time to a common ancestor, the Old Frisian language. Understanding these connections can offer us unique insights into the history of the English language. It's like peering back into the past, seeing our language's roots and how it has branched out and blossomed over time. But it's not just about individual words. The grammatical structures of English and Frisian are also strikingly alike. Both languages, for instance, use the subject-verb-object sentence structure, a commonality that further underscores their shared heritage. And what about the pronunciation? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Frisian phonetics, especially the vowels, bear a remarkable resemblance to the English sounds. It's as if the echoes of the Frisian language are still reverberating through the English we speak today. So the next time you say good night, remember that a Frisian speaker would say goeie nacht. And when you bite into a piece of bread, think of the Frisian bre. These linguistic parallels serve as a reminder of the deep and enduring connections between English and Frisian, a testament to our shared history. Even today, the echoes of the Frisian language can still be heard in everyday English. And as we continue to explore and learn, we keep uncovering more of these fascinating linguistic links, further cementing Frisian's legacy in the English language. So you've heard the tale, you've understood the connection, and now you're intrigued. Learning Frisian offers a unique opportunity, a chance to delve deeper into the roots of the English language. It's like embarking on an exciting linguistic adventure, one that takes you back to the time of the Frisian Vikings and helps you understand the intricacies of language evolution. Frisian is not just a language, it's a key to unlock the mysteries of English. By acquainting yourself with Frisian, you're not only learning a new language, but also gaining a richer understanding of your own. It's like peering through a looking glass into the past, seeing the building blocks of English in their raw, unrefined form. But where does one start their Frisian journey? Luckily, there are numerous resources available for the aspiring linguist. Books, online courses, language apps, and even immersion programs in the heart of Frisia itself. One such resource is learnfrisian.com, a comprehensive platform that offers a structured approach to learning the language. It provides interactive lessons, engaging quizzes, and even connects you with native speakers for that authentic language experience. It's like having a personal Frisian tutor at your fingertips, ready to guide you through the fascinating world of Frisian language and culture. Learning Frisian is more than just memorizing words and grammar rules. It's about understanding the culture, the history, and the people that shaped the language. It's about appreciating the subtle nuances that make Frisian so unique, yet so familiar. It's about exploring the linguistic ties that bind us, the threads of communication that transcend time and space. So why not take the plunge, dive headfirst into the enchanting world of Frisian, embrace the challenge, relish the journey, and immerse yourself in the rich tapestry of language. And who knows, Perhaps by learning Frisian, you might just uncover more secrets hidden within the English language. Visit learnfrisian.com to start your journey today.